fine folk of Springwood. I love your town. This is one of my favourites up here in the Blue Mountains, and I've stopped in today to purchase myself some breakfast. Some iced finger buns before we start our explore. When I was sleeping last night, I kept on hearing this name Gordon. I don't know where it was coming from, but the compass here has told me I've got to head west. So it is about 8 degrees up here at Springwood, and we're heading up to Leura. Before that, I'm going to tuck into these finger buns, fuel myself up, and then when we get up there, I'll fill you in on what we're going to explore today. Can I just state for the record that Springwood Bakery makes the most tantalising finger buns I've ever tasted in my life. That first one went down a treat. So I can't wait to tuck into this other one. I'm hoping to come back into this beautiful little town around about lunchtime after I finish the explore. I would probably be getting charcoal chicken, a nice fish and chips down the road here, and then I'll do a little bit of salvo shopping. They've got one of the best salvo stores around. I've been up and down the coast, and the salvos here in Springwood is one of the very best. $1 DVDs. So I'll finish this last iced finger bun off, and then we'll rock and roll. The sun is out, and I can only imagine how cold it's going to be up at Leura. We have arrived. Parked in this little quiet street here in Leura, which just happens to be my favourite town up here in the Blue Mountains. I'd put Leura at number 1. The jury's out on either Katoomba or Springwood at number 2. So it'll be those three: Leura, Katoomba and Springwood. What we've got to try to find is Gordon Falls Reserve over here. The first thing we're going to look for is Gordon Falls Lookout. There'll be 4 little adventures today. I don't want to exert myself too much because I've got a huge walk tomorrow. Apparently it starts at 9 AM and it finishes just on dark. So I'm not quite sure how that's going to go, so I don't want to go too hard today. If you remember, we were up here, Jules and myself, in 2022. We did that Prince Henry Cliff Walk, and we took in all those lookouts, Tarpeian, Olympian and Elysian, I think they are. It was closed back then, but we actually snuck in through the gates. I think it's down here. Yeah, so the plan is to do Gordon Falls Lookout, the Pool of Siloam and Golf Links Lookout. But the one thing that I really want to do, and it piqued my curiosity 2 years ago, is I want to try to get on top of Gordon Falls itself. So we're going to have a look at it from the lookout here first. And I've done a little bit of satellite overhead mapping to work out what creek I have to head down. It just happens to be Gordon Creek, and I think that is the creek system down there at the Pool of Siloam. So hopefully that is the right creek. We'll have a look at the escarpment down here first. Look how faded that sign is. Don't tell me it's still closed. Are you serious? 2 years on and it's still closed. That's ridiculous. So this is where we came up, if you remember. I think there's a picture of me standing right here from a couple of years ago. So Gordon Falls Lookout, and there are all those lookouts that we did down there, Elysian, Olympian, and I think Tarpeian's on the other side, and Leura Cascades. Wow, that is ridiculous. Due to landslip, maybe they can't fix it. See, I said that to Jules 2 years ago. Who's to say if it's ever going to be open again? I'm glad we got that back in. Look at the fog. This is it looks like a whiteout, complete whiteout. This is going to look magnificent down here. Probably about 11 degrees up here in Leura. And the sun is shining, so it's a gorgeous day. There's the escarpment down there. There's Gordon Falls, I think, down there. So we're going to try to get on top of that. Look at the decline down where I have to try to get on top of it. I'm sure people have been there before, but it's not on any tourist route. So we're either going to have to drop into the creek, depending how high it is, or walk to the side of it. There should be like a steel ladder stairwell that takes you down to the lookout here, if I'm going the right way. And there she is. Look how steep that is. I think I've got a few pictures of me on this as well. So while Sydney works, Prime's up here playing in the enchanted forest. If you saw my video I posted just this past week, it tells you what life's all about. I've been living that way for the last 30 years. I always look at work as secondary and try to fit in as much as I can in my life. So I've worked my 4-day week, as I do every week. And today, wow, look at that. It just looks like a huge ice bowl. Look how low the fog is. I believe that's Mount Solitary there in the distance. That's what someone told me. I haven't really looked at that. That might be something to do one day as well. Just have a look at that fog. Look at that drop down there. How impressive is that escarpment there? Once again, the sun's playing havoc with me. I don't know if I'll be able to get Gordon Falls in. It's right on the sun. Let me see if I can get behind these bushes. It's there in the distance there, but that sun's pretty much right on it. And I believe that might be Golf Links Lookout up there. So that's where we're going to end up. So as I said, once we finish... Oh, we've got some flowers here. Were they meant to go over the edge, or what's happened there? Or maybe they were stuck here. Maybe Honey put them in the fence line here and they fell off. Or maybe they were taped here, maybe. Someone's flowers are just sitting on the rocky. You can see a bit more tape down there. So I gather they may have been sticky taped here. Wow. If you've never been to the Blue Mountains, I suggest it's something you do in your life once, because I'm pretty sure if you do it once, you'll want to come back time and time again. It's one of my favourite places to visit. I just can't believe that cloud cover, or the fog cover. It is a complete whiteout. How dark must it be under there? wonder how long it's going to take before that burns off. It just looks like a sea. So if you think about it, follow it all the way in between all the mountains there and look as far as the eye can see. It just looks like water, like a frozen lake. It's one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen. I'm going to take a few pictures from here. Hopefully that sun might go above us and might be able to get some footage of Gordon Falls here. What about if I come down here? No, I think it's still on us. So it's flowing a little bit. You can see it's like a stepped waterfall. Drops in from the top, goes down to another one below and then drops again. What I may have to do is once I get these adventures in, I'll have to come back to Gordon Falls Lookout towards lunchtime because the sun is absolutely playing havoc with the camera as well. So I don't even know if I've got any decent shots. So we'll finish up here now, probably about 8:15. So there's a little tip for you. If you're wanting to take a few pictures here from Gordon Falls Lookout, if you're up here in the mountains, try to come a little bit later, maybe 9:30, 10 o'clock, because the sun does play havoc with your pictures. So the plan now is to get back up these stairs and go down to the pool of Siloam. So we'll do a little bit of filming down there at that waterfall, and then from there see if we can find the creek system that leads into Gordon Falls. Onwards and upwards we go. I've just walked through Gordon Falls Reserve here. Try and find the track to head down to the pool of Siloam, and I think it's here. It's only been a couple of years, but you forget exactly which way you went down and came up. I suppose I've done so many explores and adventures in those 2 years that you can't remember all of them. So here it is here. 45 minutes to the pool of Siloam. Once again, that sun. And then we've got Sublime Point Road and Lyrebird Dell. So no mention of golf links lookout there. This is where we have to head down. No dogs. Area closed. Well, there was a chain up here once upon a time. I gather those huge rains that we had, it may have been completely flooded down there where the pool is, and that's why that chain was up. So. Okay, so I think it's all the way down now. There's not too much to film down here. So once we get down to the pool of Siloam, we'll see if we can find that creek we need to enter to get to, or get on top of Gordon Falls. I've just made my way down from the railing there and onto these stairs and around this corner, and I can hear the waterfall running down here. and the temperature has plummeted. It is freezing down here. We've got another one of those counters here, so I gather every time you walk past it calculates how many people come down and visit. Look at the staircase going down. It's bringing back memories now. I remember coming around this corner with Jules and thinking, wow, back in 2022. Yo! This is one of the easier and more beautiful walks that you could do the Pool of Siloam. So if you're a novice at bushwalking, come up here to Leura and take in this small little walk. I guarantee you the pictures that you will get from here will be the envy of your friends. I've got to also make sure nothing happens to me this weekend with these two big walks, one today and one tomorrow, because on Sunday I'm off to the cinema to see a movie I've been looking forward to for a number of months. I'll give you a clue. Furiosa! They've taken Furiosa! I'm off to see Furiosa, the Mad Max saga. I grew up with those movies as they're filmed here in Australia, so I can't wait to see it. I forget what her name is, Taylor-Joy, I think her name is, some Dina Taylor-Joy or someone. She plays an incredible role as the lead in this movie, so I can't wait to see her. So there is the Pool of Siloam waterfall. So we might be okay. I believe this is the creek system that takes you down to the falls. So you can see a little bit of worn bushland there. I doubt I'm going to be the first one that's ever been there. We've just got to find a safe track down. Look at all the footprints, shoe prints from everyone getting their snaps here. And back then, a couple of years ago, I've taken a few pictures on top of those falls. I think I went up the track up there and then dropped down in the bush. What a stunning spot. Hopefully you guys can see, because to me it looks rather dark down here. Let's see how cold the water is. It is not that bad actually. Not bad at all. And once we finish getting on top of Gordon Falls, if we can, fingers crossed, we're then going to head up there and try to find Golf Links Lookout. Alright, let's hit the bush and see if we can get on top of these falls. I'm just trying to figure out whether or not to go down the guts of it. We'll take this little path here where I gather other walkers have gone. I think, because I love dropping into creeks so much, I think I'll hop down into it first and see how far I can get before I have to jump back up onto the embankment. You see it gets pretty deep in spots. So we'll rock hop here. And see how we go. See, down here's very deep. So we're going to have to jump up here and then drop back down. If you ever do this, make sure you check your footing for loose rocks, because if I roll an ankle here, then getting back up to the top where my car is going to be a bit of an effort. So always check your footings. Keep your eyes peeled. We've got rock underneath us there. It looks rather deep here. We might be able to go up here just to the side. Oh, that's not too bad. It's up around shin height. So if my calculations are correct, this should be Gordon Creek. And where it drops off at Gordon Falls there, as it heads down into the wilderness, it is set to meet up with Leura Creek as well. So they then merge into one. So Gordon Creek merges into Leura Creek. Now that looks rather deepish here. And if you look up there, there doesn't look to be a way around. It's like a small cave there. I didn't bring any torch with me today. Maybe I should have. So this looks like we're in a spot of bother. I won't be getting down in there. Okay, we've got possibly a shoe indentation there. Like I said, I doubt very much that I'm the only one that's ever done this. So it doesn't look too bad here. Oh, that is knee height. I've got to pull my pants up here. And so far, so good. Tell you what, I wouldn't want to stay in that water too long with my feet, because they are like icicles at the moment. I think I better get a few pictures from here before I start heading further down. I think it would have been highly worthwhile to bring a flashlight, because looking at the small screen here on the camera, it does look very dark. I was in an undercliff here. Oh, you can't even see it. It's that dark. Let me get over here. A little bit of rubbish down here, a chip packet. Just in through there, you got a little bit of shelter if you find yourself down here in pouring rain. Not that you'd be down here, because I gather this creek would fill up real quick. Ooh, that's slippery. These are the problems we face now. It's huge drops. Okay, this is going to be a problem. it's going to be a big problem. There's no way down here, because that pool is a little bit too deep. There's no way up through here and getting back down. I'm going to have to scale this and try to get down there without falling and get down there, or even walk around the bush a little bit further, because it looks rather deep. I'm just hoping this is not all that mossy where I can grab my footing, because if I can't, I'll be falling down there. Next time I start up the camera, I'm hoping to be down there. So I managed to successfully get up on that rock, which was a little bit slippery. I've come through what looks to be a small track here, made possibly by people, although I can't see any footprints anywhere. And I'm going to try to drop back down into the creek now. And get a view of where I was standing. In dry times, if this wasn't flowing, you could probably jump down there. But today, it looks rather slippery. You have to navigate this deep pool here. See, I reckon I could get up here. I reckon I could climb back up there. That might be the way I go back, instead of up that sloping rock. It shouldn't be that far to the top of Gordon Falls. Looking on that map, it wasn't a long way down this creek. But it's one I can tick off the bucket list and say, not only have I been to Gordon Falls Lookout, I can say that I've actually been atop of Gordon Falls. There is nothing better than walking down creeks. Maybe not so much in the cold, but you're seeing things here that not many people get to see. I highly doubt if anyone has come down here that they would film this area. So you've got plenty of undercliffs. And you can see how far down we are. It's another nice little cave there. The problem with my footing now, I can't really feel my feet because they're so cold. So you got another little bit of shelter there. If I wasn't holding a camera or having to take constant pictures, this would be nice and easy. I could use both my hands and jump on down, but because I need to keep the camera still, it makes it a little bit difficult. This might take more than half a day. I'm having to stop every 5 seconds to take a picture. It's beautiful in this gorge, in this canyon. so far everything's been really easy to grip. Here we go. We've got a bare foot here. So someone has taken their shoes off and come back up. You've got an indentation here. And these ones here, you can see the toes up the top there. So someone has come up the creek, which leads me to believe getting on top of Gordon Falls is possible. Opens up there, so I think we are getting close. We may even be right on it, because I can see the ice skating ring. Can you see that big white glow in the distance there? That is the cloud, the fog down below. Look at that. There's some big prints there. Someone's jumped. That's hiking boots there. So this guy didn't want to get wet. This person there has taken the plunge and taken his shoes off. More footprints all along the side here. This one's a small one. Looks like some children have been down here as well. Oh, look at that! Talk about the stairway to heaven. That's what you'd see. That's the light. I can only imagine the view from there. I've got to get a few pictures from here before I head down that short little bit. You ready, guys? We're going to do this last bit of the journey together. I'm going to walk you down what I believe to be the top of Gordon Falls. Apart from one rock where I had to scale up, it's a relatively easy walk down. You've got enough jagged rocks where you can get your footing, but there is places that are dark, which means you need to have a good look what's underneath you. Is this it? Are we on top of Gordon Falls? I'll tell a man and woman we are. There's a small little track up here. We don't want to get too close. Okay, so there's the lookout, my friends, right up the top there. So I was looking down. There's the escarpment. And if I can get down here a little bit further without falling. Just give you a view. Oh, see this thing? I was going to grab onto this thing here, but look at it. It's only held on by a few roots. So I think that's as far as I can get to without really pushing my luck. Hang on, is there something behind me here? Alright, I've got to play it safe here. So there she is, that's Gordon Falls. And the creek flows down, and that's somewhere down there that merges with Leura Creek. and then goes down into valley below. Stunning. Absolutely stunning. Let's see if I can get this telescopic thing out. No words need to be said. There's no one up there on that lookout. Is there an echo here? Yo! No, there's no echo. I was hoping if there was someone up there on the lookout, I would yell out that quote from, or the phrase from the Furiosa movie. Furiosa! They've taken Furiosa! What a wonderful day. I wonder where this track goes to. It goes up there. I'll head up there a little bit. Maybe there's a little clearing up there where I can look back onto these falls, but I'm not going to get any closer here. I've come up this small trail. I'm not quite sure if it's an animal trail. There is a bottle down there, but that's the only view that I can see of the escarpment, and the lookout is just between the fork of that tree there. I don't think it goes any further, but there's loose ground below me, so I'm not going to take any risks. I came and got what I wanted. So you got small little tracks. I think these might be animal tracks. This bottle could have come from anywhere. I doubt anyone would have just left it here. What is it, an old Coke thing? Yeah, it's faded. It's not that old. That's a small track I came up. But like we said at the start of the day, once I finish Golf Links lookout, I will head back up to Gordon Falls lookout. Hopefully the sun has gone over the top of us and I'll be able to get a better shot of the falls and point to exactly where I've taken you guys. So one last little look down here and then I'll head back up the creek. Make my way back to the pool of Siloam. Give my feet a bit of a wash. Oh, while I'm here, still no one up on that lookout. While I'm here, I might as well show you guys the secure footwear I've got on today. So I've got the original Blue Splash boomerangs, and the shades are the Randolphs, the AF Aviators. These are the ones that Mr. Tom Cruise wore in American made. What a beautiful backdrop to be showing these shades. That's it. Sayonara from Gordon Falls, my friends, and I'll see you back at the pool of Siloam. Just quietly, guys, I can't feel my feet. They are freezing. I'm struggling to wiggle my toes, but I've reached the pool of Siloam again, so instead of going up the water as we did coming down, I think I'll head up this track here. And oh, he's lost a thong. It's dug into the mud. Okay, that should be it for water today. I can't see myself having to get down on the creek. Look how beautiful it is through here with the ferns and everything. Tell you what, this year I have seen some stunning places with ferns this year. Mount Wilson being the pick of the crop, but we've been to a number of places and the ferns have been on show. I may have to drop down a little bit here. As long as this embankment doesn't give way, I'm okay. All right, no water, no water. Oh. Rock hopping throws me back to my childhood. And there we have it, the stunning pool. So if anyone's thinking about taking in the pool of Siloam and you're adept with bushwalking, you feel confident, head down behind this huge ass rock. This is Gordon Creek. There's one little bit you need to navigate down there. Head along to the right hand side and it probably takes you 10 to 15 minutes to get on top of Gordon Falls. But be careful. We don't want any mishaps. I'm going to head up here and I'm going to try to find Golf Links Lookout. This takes you up to Sublime Point Road. So this will be the final stretch of the walk up this way. And then we're going to take in Gordon Falls Lookout one last time, hoping to get a clear shot of the falls without any sun this time around. That's a nice little climb up to Sublime Point Road. We've got a little bit further to go. You can see the lookout up the top there. And I'm hoping Golf Links Lookout is going to be just at the top here. Still got a little bit further to go. That fog, it's going to burn up now because the sun's beaming. But still no one at Gordon Falls Lookout. We've come along a flat bit of surface here and now it starts heading up, so I'm thinking it's going to come to its peak very soon. Steps upon steps upon steps. We're pretty much level with the lookout on the other side there. The dirt has changed colour up here as well. And hopefully this track will culminate into a railing with a lookout that I believe to be the Golf Links lookout. Why it's called that, I've got no idea. Are we going to see some golf links around? Time will tell. Oh, here we go. Yeah. I didn't see any. Okay, so Sublime Point Road must continue. See, so this was blocked off at some point. They blocked this off. I gather, as I said before, once that pool of Siloam. Oh no, it's for due to works. Strange. See, these are the locks they've got these days, bi-locks. Very hard to Bosnian build these bi-locks. Scenic World this way, Wentworth Falls that way, Gladstone Road up, Gordon Falls this way, and Sublime Point Road that way. So I believe this to be Golf Links Lookout. Oh, there it is. Golf Links Lookout. Wow, look at the little bit here. Shit, yeah. Look at that. Wow. It's still there. It's slowly lifting. You can see gaps now down over there and up there, over there. I'm wondering if the sun is still going to play havoc. I think it will, because it's behind me here. So I'm okay filming from this end, but by the time we get over there, is it going to be high enough where it's not impacting on the falls? That would make a cool shot, sitting right on the edge of that rock there. If I had someone with me, I'd do that. I'd sit right on the edge of that rock, maybe do my strike pose. See, like a little cave in there. That's an impressive escarpment, isn't it? Look at the way it rolls around. So I told you guys at the start of the day I've got another huge walk tomorrow. What's happened is I've got a couple of videos that I've filmed up there on the tunnel fire trail of a certain thing I've been looking for, and I haven't been successful in finding it. So I thought I might join a Central Coast bushwalking group, and someone on there can give me some guidance of how to find it. Now, this has got 20,000 members. I've posted on the main page of how to find this joint. I've had 7 or 8 likes, but no one's willing to give it up. It's either, cockatoo's going off. It's either that secretive, or people don't just want to give me whereabouts it is. Maybe they've seen my Facebook page, because it's an open page and all my YouTube channels are listed on there, so they may know who I am and they think that I'm going to film it and tell the public how to get to it. A lot of these sacred sites, people like to keep them secret. So we've got a walk tomorrow planned, 5 people. A lady is leading us tomorrow, so hopefully I'll do some filming. I'll take some pictures, but I won't be narrating as I do on these explores. Someone else will be leading tomorrow, so it'd be interesting to see what it's like going with a dedicated group. I know they're taking hiking poles and they'll be in boots, and so it's going to be strange when I turn up in thongs, a shirt, and a camera, no water, no food. I think they're going to think I'm a little bit crazy. Okay, so well, this is Golf Links Lookout. I hope you enjoyed this part of the journey. I'll film one last little bit back up there at Gordon Falls Lookout. Hopefully we can get the falls in. But from up here, I bid you farewell. Just getting back up to the reserve here. Nice little stroll up those stairs. I'm going to show you guys the correct way to go down to Gordon Falls. I took down the wrong path this morning. I actually came into this reserve and went straight down there. That's the path you take once you've completed Gordon Falls Lookout and you want to head down to the pool of Siloam. You would head down here. But I've got my car parked up on the roadway because they actually charge you for parking in Gordon Falls Reserve, so those who don't want to pay for parking just park up on the roadway there. We've got one car. This is a strange thing. This person's paid for parking, and you could have just parked up the road here a little bit where my car is and be totally free. I don't know if it is paid parking through the week, maybe it's not, maybe that's why he's here. Well, there's my car up there, and everyone else has got the right idea as well. So what you would do, you would park up there, walk down the road, come into here, and you'll have this beautiful sign that talks all about Gordon Falls. I'm not quite sure if this was here last time. I think this is brand new, because I can remember Jules taking a picture of that. So I've definitely got a picture of that sign. But this one here, this one looks very new to me. So this has been put up in the last couple of years, I'd say. So we were standing, so there's the lookout there we're going to get to now. We were standing right there, down that creek system, Gordon Creek. Let's go down and we'll see if this sun is playing havoc still. It looks a tad shadier, so we may be in luck. Wow, look how much the fog has lifted in the time we've come back from the golf links lookout. You can see all of the beautiful bushland down below. A couple of ridge lines there, where I gather the creek runs along. You can hear it. So down over there, you can hear the water down there. Oh, someone's dropped a Hessian bag down here. That would have been for bush regen. I don't think it's meant to be down there. It'll be interesting to see the start of the video when I get home and see how much difference it is to the end of the video. You see it's very shady along these bits now. So see if we can see golf. There it is there. So where I pointed to in the morning, that is Golf Links Lookout. Maybe there's a golf links up there. It looks like there's something up on there. Possibly that. Strange name for a lookout though. I could have named it something else. So my dilemma now is, what do I do for lunch? I look forward to lunch as much as I do these explores. So I've got two options: head back into Springwood, into the charcoal chicken, and grab myself the beautiful fish and chips that they've got there with extra chicken salt and some fish bites. Or I may go to the Alexandra Hotel up here in Leura. It's been a while since I've been there, and they put on a great pub feed. I think that may be my option. It's been a long time since I've had a pup feed, so you guys will just have to wait until you see the music picture slideshow, and always at the end of that I always finish up with whatever food I've had for that day. So the next explore will be up there at Cowan via Barawa Waters to Crosslands at the back of Hornsby Heights there. As I said, someone else is leading that walk tomorrow. I think there is 6 or 7 of us going. There's a bit of carpooling going on because it's a one-way track, and once we get to Crosslands at the end of the day, we need to ferry the people back up to Cowan. So I'm meeting the group down a little undercliff there. Meeting the group down at Crosslands at 8:15 tomorrow morning. So I will bid you farewell from up here at Gordon Falls Lookout. It's been a successful morning. Until I see you on the next adventure or explore. Adios.